from the Half Hollow Hills Community Library, and I'm so glad you're joining me for this great program, Flower Power, today. Today we have a great story called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle, and then I have two really cool crafts that I want to show you that are a lot of fun and all about flowers. So let's get started. The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seeds sail on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall, icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as far as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail with the wind. But the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops and the seed falls gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird cannot see it. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by. The sun shines. The rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the soil. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up towards the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big, fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and all the rain away from one of the small new plants. And that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and the springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along. Oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off a flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to his friend. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on, and it does not stop. The sun shines on it, and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower, the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow colder, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. The end. So what do you think happens to all those seeds? Where do you think they went? And what's going to happen to them? Think about that. All right, so now it's time for our crafts. So we have 2 great crafts today, and I can't wait to show you them. Okay, so now it's time for our crafts. Our first craft that we're going to make together is a growing garden craft. So it looks sort of like this. And as you water your plant, your garden grows. Okay, so this craft is pretty easy to make. It will be helpful to have the following materials to make the craft. So 2 paper plates. It can be any kind of paper plates. Mine have this design on it, but it's okay if yours don't. You're going to need some crayons or markers, a pair of scissors, some tape or glue. You'll need some popsicle sticks or skewers, whatever you have in the house, and a stapler. So because we're using things that are pointy and can be dangerous, please make sure you work with an adult on this project. All right, so we are going to start by using our paper plate, one of our paper plates, and a pair of scissors. And as you can see in the craft, this part of the paper plate is upside down like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut kind of a squiggly line in the paper plate about 3/4 of the way down on the plate. So start here. And just going to cut that out. Just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's actually meant to look like the earth or soil. Just like this. Okay, and then you're going to want to save the other piece that you just cut out for something else a little bit later. So we'll hold on to that. Okay, so now with the other paper plate, you're going to want to just lay this one on top, and you're going to trace where this ends. So use your marker or crayon, whatever you like, and just sort of trace it so that you have a line. Because we're gonna be drawing on the plate and you wanna make sure that you draw in the empty space so that way you can see your drawing. Okay, after you're done with that, we're gonna use our other piece, our scrap piece of plate, and we are going to draw our flower part. So right here, I used a little piece of plate, of leftover plate, and drew 3 flowers. So you can draw as many flowers as you like, as few flowers as you like, any kind, any colors. So I'll just do one quickly, just to show an example. So let's just say I'm making a purple flower because purple is my favorite color. Just like that, your flower is gonna look beautiful. I already know it. And add a little leaf, perfect. So this is our little flower that is going to grow. And then we're just gonna cut it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just like that. Okay, and once you're done with that, you're gonna wanna take your popsicle stick or your skewer and you're gonna wanna tape it or glue it to the back. So that way it can pop up. All right, so we'll get our tape here and just tape it down. Perfect, just like that. Okay, next we're gonna take our paper plate again and we're gonna start drawing. So I drew an illustration of myself and I am watering the soil outside with the sunshine. You can draw anything you like, any kind of design. You can be as creative as you like and use all sorts of materials, but this is what I had in my house. When you're done drawing on the plate, you're going to want to take the other piece of plate that you used and you're gonna want to staple it down. So you're gonna staple it right on your plate, just like this, plate to plate. You're gonna staple the sides, just like that. And when you're done with that, you're gonna wanna decorate the front to look like soil, just like that. And you're gonna slip your flower through the bottom and ta-da! When you're done, it's gonna look something like that. But I know yours is gonna look way better. And there you have it, your growing garden. Very fun and very cute. Our next craft is going to be a toilet paper tube flower. And for this craft, you're gonna need a toilet paper tube or a paper towel tube, a pair of scissors, paint, could be any kind of paint, preferably washable, and a piece of paper. Any size and any color will do. Okay, and since we're gonna be using scissors again for this project, it would be great to have an adult with you just to make sure we're all safe. Okay, so we're going to take our toilet paper tube first and use our scissors to cut the tube. So to make different shaped flowers, you can cut different shapes at the bottom of the tube. For me, I'm gonna make a flower that kind of looks like a firework. So I made this one ahead of time that looks like this, sort of kind of like an octopus a little bit. All right, so all I did to make this shape flower was to take my scissors and to make slits in the tube, just like this. Just randomly as I go. And you can get really creative with this and make really cool shapes. All right, so after you're done, you're just gonna use your hand to flip up these little flaps so that they sort of sit. Just like this. Excellent. Okay. Next, we're gonna take our paint. Here I have a plate with some pink paint. And we're just going to dip it in the paint and make a really cool flower creation. So make sure you have plenty of paint on the plate or whatever surface you're using the paint on. You get some more paint on there. All right. And we're going to dip the tube. Make sure you get all of the bristles of the tube now. And we're going to sort of smudge it on just like that. So again, you want to make sure that you have lots and lots of paint on yours. That's why mine doesn't look as vibrant as yours will, because I don't have as much paint. But the cool thing is you can use the paint that you do have and sort of go in and add details like that. Cool. Now if I wanted to add some other colors, I could do that. And then add a little more detail, just like this. All right. So there you have it. Super easy, a lot of fun, and like I said, you can test them out, make lots of different shapes, lots of different colors. And these are our toilet paper tube flowers. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our program today. I'm so glad you're joining me, and hope to see you very soon, and hope you're staying well. See you soon. Bye.